I just want to share with you something very important, more especially when it comes to entries. We can see here we have an interesting move, and if you can see this move, at this point there wasn't any direction. If you can say, I can just put two horizontal lines. You can see that the price was more like in a range. However, the way the highs and the lows are structured, they are not in the same level, meaning the resistance and the support, they are not in the same level. For an example, here we have this low, and then we have the next low, and then we have another one. Here we have that high, and then we have this one here. So they are not like in the same level, more especially on the support side. So usually in these cases, a trader would love to take opportunities or to execute some kind of range trading positions. It was gonna be a little bit profitable if maybe a trader executed a sell from this high all the way there, because you just identify the flow and then wait for that flow to be broken, and then after that flow is broken, then you're gonna execute your sell somewhere around here, reacting obviously from this resistance. You need to know that the reason we trusted this as a sell, it was not only that the price was around the resistance or that the price broke out a pattern here, but it was also because of these lows which became lower and lower. So meaning the sellers were at this point in time quite stronger. And then we have another interesting scenario. I believe that this is where you're gonna learn. Here with the price going up, and then the price breaking our resistance, and we usually don't have a problem about that, because we know that we do have sometimes false breakouts. So maybe let's say we treat this as a false breakout, and then we see price coming back, and it comes back in huge strength. We can see the red candles, they start small, and even there we have a reversal candle. So they start small and then they become aggressive. So we see that the price is coming back inside this zone or inside the range, and it comes back with strength. So we might be tempted in this huge red candle, we might be tempted to execute a sell, because that's what we usually do. Now we can say that no, I was not going to execute a sell because you can see that price is going up, but in real time we're going to be tempted to execute the sell here, because obviously price is on some kind of a range here. But what you need to know as a trader is that when you see something like this, like a false breakout, there is one thing that you need to keep in mind. Always pay attention to what the price was doing recently before you can be tempted to say this was a false breakout. So if you look back here, we can see that price, we have this low, and then we have another low there. And if you can see this low, we can tell that these lows, they become a little bit higher and higher. And if you can see from this, it tells us that, hey, the buyers are a little bit stronger compared to the sellers, because these lows, they become a little bit higher and higher. So if we receive a breakout here, it might happen that this breakout is not fake. It might happen that this is indeed a true breakout. So you should be very careful as a trader in executing such sells, more especially when price comes from lows which are becoming higher and higher, which tells you that the buyers are stronger. So you shouldn't be tempted to execute a sell in such scenarios, but you should wait for a next cycle, meaning you should wait for the price to come back down and observe what it's doing down here. Maybe let's say it reverses all around this area, and you begin to see price bouncing all around this area. Then it's good for you to execute a buy. It's good for you to execute a buy, but on the seller side, on the resistance side, you're supposed to be careful because of these signs of strength which were portrayed by the buyers here. So they were telling you that, okay, we are becoming a little bit stronger than the sellers through these lows, which are getting higher and higher. So these are things that you should pay attention into, more especially when you're trading a range. Be careful of such signals. Don't take them lightly. So I believe this was a little bit helpful. I'm just gonna keep it short and leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. Always be careful on your analysis.